Here we are.
Greetings.
One way or the other, we're here.
John, maybe we can do the show on the flight. That'd be fun, huh?
Excuse me?
We could do the show on the flight. Just huddle together in the cabin. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dudes and belts in the air.
Oh, a couple weeks from now, you're saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not really a couple weeks, John. It's 10 days.
Well, we can do it in the airport because technically we have the red eye. So
that's true. Yeah, it's only 10 days. 10 days away from when we leave.
Yeah, you guys will be here just minutes away from my location. Gonna have a good time. What's up, everybody?
give me 2 seconds. Trying to pin my last comment.
John's going. He's got some housekeeping to do.
Yeah, we are currently. What the fuck is that noise?
Is it the dog again?
No, it's her, actually. To be fair.
To be fair.
Legend. All right. So I pinned that comment on Twitch. Twitch is not off again. For anyone that is worried that we started about 20 minutes late again, that is why. We are going to fix that when we show up in a couple weeks.
Yes. we're gonna take care of these issues.
Yes.
We are gonna remedy the situation, and we don't mean the wrestling.
Yes. No. This is enough. Enough is enough. So we are live on YouTube right now. And again, we're going to be doing the same thing that we did last week. We're going to be live on YouTube until Twitch decides that it is shut off, and then we'll switch over to Twitch. I love my wife, but sometimes she picks the worst opportunity to walk right above my head. I tell you. All right. How you guys doing?
Doing good. You know, it's good weekend, good weather. Had a softball tournament yesterday, benefit tournament, so it was fun.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, speaking of weather, we had a little weather situation on Thursday at Top Taco.
Tornado?
No, but it was a bad lightning storm that they made us seek shelter, so we had to call it early, and then we had to wait around for about 45 minutes before we could go back in and tear stuff down. So we were at the festival till almost midnight.
You were literally between a wrestling ring and a lightning bolt instead of a rock and a hard place.
Pretty much, yeah. It would the rain was coming down really hard, and yeah, lightning was all around us, and so that was.
Hold up. We got Twitch. We got Twitch.
We got it.
Yeah, hold up. We're gonna have to keep on talking. Keep on doing your weatherman thingy.
The weatherman.
Yeah. So we ran into a little weather situation at Top Taco in Westminster on Thursday, but still, it was a good time. That was another challenge that most everyone stepped up, and we.
I'm hearing double from someone.
Got it done.
Oh, no, that's me. Never mind. That's me. Never mind. Keep going. We'll fix it. We're good.
and yeah, so Top Taco was interesting, and then we were back at Littleton Brewing Company for the first time this year. That's a cool venue that we've liked. It was our first year there last year, so we were back. Weather held up pretty good there. There was a little threat of some rain earlier on, but we've survived that and had a good night. And then last night, Romero's, the weather held up once again. And so, yeah, it was a great weekend of 3 nights in a row of Rocky Mountain Pro all over the metro area.
What's the weather supposed to be like next week?
It's
Well,
literally
not
10
this
days
coming
from
week,
now,
next
bro.
week.
It's
Supposed-
literally 10 days from now.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you the weather report next Sunday.
Oh, okay. I like to plan ahead. You guys don't plan ahead?
I can tell you right
Yeah.
now, up here in the Northeast, it's going to be a freaking scorcher.
Oh man, it's even going to be hot where I live, John, and I live right on the ocean. It's going to be hot. It's going to be like 80 something. But what you guys don't realize, and when we go out there, it's so nice. When it's 80 or 90 out there for you, it's beautiful because you have like 8 or 9% humidity. When it's 90 for us, it's 74 to 75% humidity. Basically, the earth is waterboarding you.
Yeah.
Put it this way, on
Mr. Fourth Row did
Thursday,
mention fireworks last night. That was fun.
on
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, my area specifically, mind you, in New Hampshire, so it's not like Florida type, stuff. You know what I mean? We're
Right.
up there. It's going to be 110 degrees with the heat index.
What?
Yeah, it's going to
110
be
degrees.
it's going to be 100 with the heat index here on the coast.
Yeah.
It's
Jeez.
going to be 87 feels like 100 because of the humidity.
I cannot wait to see 90 plus in Colorado because
Oh yeah, please bring it.
it's a complete difference compared
Right.
to what it is over here. It is
Right. Well,
brutal on the East Coast.
this week it's supposed to be upper 80s, low 90s every day.
Oh my
this
god!
Oh, please sign
Dry
me up.
air? Yeah, sign me up, baby.
My
Sure.
back won't hurt because it's not gross humid. Yay.
I will take dry 90-degree weather all day
Mhm.
long. All day long. Than this crap that we're about to get this week. At least Monday and Tuesday will be decent. All right. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Twitch, you didn't miss anything, by the way. We didn't even start the show.
Not really.
So
No.
you guys are good. And YouTube's always good. So let's get right down into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Dudes and Belts Recharge here on YouTube and Twitch. I am your host, Johnny Deathdrop. And we are, like we were just talking about, we're about 10 days away from us actually being there, 11 days exact for milestone 16. Chaos is ensuing. There's a lot to talk about in episode 504. Let's get right into it. I should say, before we get into that, of course, we got to introduce the panel. We're all in attendance tonight for the second week in a row. Everybody, high fives all around.
Hey, if
high
it
fives
happens
all around.
again,
There you
it
go.
happens
There
again.
you go. Air high fives, virtual high fives. There we
That
go.
would be an attendance streak if it happens again. It has happened before, as Lou Brown says.
Oh my god. All right. On my right, he is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine. He is none other than the one and only Coastal Crusader.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Got a lot to talk about. Big tag match that's not official for Milestone yet, but ooh, baby, if it is another tag match that I can't wait to see. And guys, it's the summer of Casanova.
Shut up.
That was a great interview. Lucas, I can't wait to talk about that one.
You crashing on somewhere crashing on the sofa. Okay.
Casanova.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Summer of Casanova. It's all about just ease, just easing, just chilling, man. Lucas, you're all fired up. It's the opposite of the summer of Casanova.
I'm good. I'm chilling too.
There you go.
And on the bottom, he is your resident Wikipedia of Rocky Mountain Pro. He is the number 3 CMS journalist in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Hey, you moved
He is
up.
the voice of Charge and the voice of Ignition. Unfortunately, he is the one and only Lucas Bradwell.
Fortunately, I think that everyone is blessed each and every week. Every time you turn on Rocky Mountain Pro, You get to hear my voice. You get to hear all the great information I give, all the breaking news I deliver. I think you're all very blessed to be in my presence, but that's just me.
Hmm.
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 Yeah.
How humble of you, Lucas.
That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you. I am. If I am anything, I am humble. Uh-oh, he's getting the
Whoa,
glasses on.
We'll get
Oh,
into
geez.
that. We'll get
we'll
into
get into that.
we'll get into that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off Recharge, shall we? First thing on episode 504, we know there was a little bit of talk, obviously. We're going to skip that portion because we'll get to that a little bit later. We got to get into the opening contest here, which was for the Charge Championship. We had Brandon Espinoza going up against Hunter Gray in one-on-one action here for the Charge Championship. Coastal,
Yo,
what say you?
I'll tell you, I thought maybe Hunter Gray was going to lose this title a couple times tonight. Brandon Espinoza is a freight train of a man. Like he hits you, and it's almost like getting hit by Hunter. Someone he matches up with very well. Espinoza doesn't look it when you just look at him, but the man is an athlete. He can do things. He's a lot quicker than you think he is, and his striking ability is great. He kicked Hunter Gray in the head at one point, and I'm like, that's it. Hunter's out. Someone finally knocked out Hunter Gray. I don't know how they did it, and the man's still kicked out. It's a good win for Hunter, especially, he is putting that Charge title up. He needs to, something needs to be done, Lucas, about him. We're starting to get a habit of him carrying an unconscious Two Dame around. Like, is Two Dame like his scarf? Is it that cold in
Accidents
the mountains?
happen. Accidents happen.
Is it an accident though, Lucas? What do you think?
Hunter's like a bull in a china shop, right? He's gonna knock things out, and Two Dame's always in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's just he always finds himself where he shouldn't be. He's in Hunter's way. Hunter's doing Hunter things, and it's unfortunate for him, but it always ends up working out with those two, right? They somehow all that chaos and clumsiness and everything else, it always seems to work out. Two Dames, he's going to get he's going to get some free training up in the mountains, and learn how to
Mhm.
really be a mountain man. And that might actually benefit Two Dame because you know he could use it a little bit. He's raised in the streets, but getting it out in those the rugged mountains, that's different, and it gives you a little extra training there.
You know what it is? Instead of South Side Hustle, it's Mountainside Hustle. There you go.
Mountainside.
Mountainside Hustle.
Well, whatever it is, it's working out for them. Unfortunately for Brandon Espinoza, it didn't work out. But that guy, he's the leader of a cult, for crying out loud. And he's recruiting. He's trying to recruit
Dysfunction.
people, and
He almost
he
recruited Hunter.
he is. He tried to recruit Hunter. Could you imagine Hunter being in a cult? I mean, that would be crazy. As if it already isn't crazy with Hunter. But uh, Brandon Espinoza, he has not only the physical tools, but usually he has the psychological advantage over his opponents too. But when you're going up with someone as unorthodox as Hunter, it's kind of hard to play psychological warfare against them. He's not really thinking half the time, anyways. So um, that didn't work out for Espinoza. Hunter looks to be having his sights set on whatever is in store for him at Milestone, and we find out later that Two Dame's got something to fight for at Milestone.
Yeah.
All right. Before we continue, of course, you want to remind everybody, because it's not just Twitch and YouTube that are watching us and listening to us live. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other podcasting platforms are also listening and watching us as well. Check us out every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. over in the mountain regions. for Dudes and Belts Recharge. Links are in the bio, of course. And as always, you can check out. I think that's coming from you, Lucas. Don't quote me on that, though. You can check every Charge episode every Wednesday night on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/@RMP Wrestling. Every week, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. over in the eastern part of the country, as well as Ignition every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. over in the eastern part of the country, as well. And you can catch up on everything Rocky Mountain Pro related as we are inching ever so close to milestone 16. And we still got a couple episodes left before milestone 16 actually happens. So still a lot of fire and chaos coming down. Let's see. Oh, that's right. It's the first time we've heard from Draper since he attacked Caden Koyama and made it known that he wants the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. And I mean, what he said ain't wrong. It's not wrong. RMP's doing much better since he's been back full time and hunting championships and winning championships, and now he just wants what once was his again.
I mean, yeah, John, it seems like it is, but when you really think about it, he says, "Oh, he made the charge title." Well, no, the charge title gained a lot of relevancy and became very, very big because of Caden Koyama. And then, he kind of rode that whole wave of the charge. Koyama was taking on all challengers, kind of rode that everybody wanted a shot at the charge title. The Koyama drove that popularity up, in my opinion, not Draper. And now it seems like he's doing the same thing. I understand Draper's very accomplished. I just don't understand why he's bragging about profiting off somebody else's work. Like he did with the charge title with Koyama. I'd hate to see it. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Draper
Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Draper puts butts in seats.
Yeah, Koyama's putting a lot of butts in the seats right now. Koyama's very popular.
It's debatable.
No. You listen to the crowd when Koyama comes out. There's no boos.
When Draper comes out.
There's a lot of boos. There's a lot of reactions. Boos are reactions too.
Well, the ladies want the number, man.
They do. That part is undeniable. That is true, fact. But I will say that Caden made that charge championship, but did Draper maybe elevate it a little bit? He is a name. Like, he's a big name that this was a guy that was just on TNA Wrestling last week. He was on television on AMC. So this is a guy that has been at big companies and done a lot of big things. So some of what he says does hold some truth. Not 100%. I think he was maybe overdoing it a little bit, because there are a bunch of other guys that have returned, and I think that have also helped elevate Rocky Mountain Pro in the past year. So you look at guys like Hunter and Filter and Anaya and Lipto. All these guys have come back right around the same time, and I think it's a collective group that now you got the new school and the old school all mixed together, and I think things are really at a high point right now for Rocky Mountain Pro. And I don't think it's one guy that is doing it. I think it's a whole group of people, a whole bunch of competition that is elevating it. So I agree with a lot of what Draper says, but I think there's some of it that he's embellishing a little bit, trying to maybe feed his own ego. But the fact of the matter is that Draper is going to be a major, major challenge, and it's a hurdle for Koyama that he hasn't conquered yet.
I was just about to say.
Well, he did beat him once.
Has Caden's number.
He beat him once previously in that charge title run before they had the championship. So,
but that was the guy that took the title off of him in the greatest charge run that we ever seen. So there's that
on New Year's Day.
Yep.
going to be interesting. I mean, we talked about Kane and his chances against Draper and what we felt like he needed to do leading into the main event here at Milestone 16. I
I
think we
mean,
don't have to
for what
brush on it. You can go check out episode 503 on Spotify or YouTube or Twitch or wherever you want to listen. We went in deep with this. Go ahead, Kosel.
I was going to say, for what it's worth, Caden Koyama beat Marcio Santos, and then the very next, pretty much in the next couple days, won the championship. Like, he survived 2 absolute mammoths.
Yeah, no.
And still is champion. So that's what I look at when I think, yes, do you worry about Draper? Absolutely. The man is an accomplished athlete. Have you survived worse? Yes.
But no one has had Caden's number like Draper.
I cannot
And
argue
proved
that
it.
point.
And proved it. So if Caden's able to pull this one out, kudos to him. I will give him that much. I'm man enough to say it. Am I on the Draper train? Absolutely.
Well, that's because who he's going against and your unfondness of a certain group of very fine individuals.
They're not that fine.
They're great people. You got to know them as people, John. They're very good people.
Lucas, back me up on this one. I know you do. I could tell by your face.
Yeah, I'm still not buying that they're great people. I have seen a change in Caden. I will give him that, but the rest of them, especially Damon.
How do you not want to hang out with Johnny Casanova and just chill and just like hang out?
I'm
I
good.
don't.
I am good.
I'm good too. Like, and Dustin's kind of just his own guy. Dustin kind of does his own thing. I'm not
I
completely
feel like
sold like
Dustin
you
almost
are.
kind of wants to imitate Damon. Have you noticed that the past few weeks, Lucas?
I don't
Like
know if I'd
Damon
say.
said something, and then Dustin's like,
I
you know what? I agree. I
think Dustin is.
That's called analyzing and responding to a friend that makes a statement. What are you getting at here?
What friend is like a Damon ace?
Well, with friends like Damon, your life is always interesting.
Yeah, we don't need enemies if we have friends like Damon.
Damon's not anybody's enemy. Well, he's the law office's enemy, and basically anybody that's not in the wake is probably his enemy. I'm probably his enemy somehow. I don't know, but if tried not to offend the man.
All right. So I was just gonna say this just because of Lucas, but out of respect. See, you catch me on a good night, Lucas. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. We did have an announcement of a debuting superstar, a viral superstar, mind you, that is going to be making his appearance at Milestone 16. Not only that, but he will be involved in the charge tapings after Milestone and Ignition, I do believe. So, Lucas, I will give you the floor.
Yeah, the big news. I got the scoop, and I even got my own breaking news segment. I was given an opportunity to break this news. I did. The veteran Jack Vaughn going to be making his Rocky Mountain Pro debut at Milestone. We still don't have word exactly what he's going to be doing there, if he's going to have a match or what his role is going to be, but he will be there. And yes, he is going to be at the charge tapings the following night at Bierstadt, and he's going to be here all weekend, all that weekend at Mile High.
See, this is where you screwed up.
This is Stanley Marketplace.
This is why I didn't want to give this to you in the beginning. You cannot say anything now. I can now cut you off and say that you're the number 3 ranked journalist in Rocky Mountain Pro. There you go. Eat it and weep, buddy.
Yeah, I ate it. You knew it was going to happen too. You knew it. That's why you let me.
I let you walk into that, buddy. I knew you were going to stay Bierstadt. It's close.
Yeah, it's Stanley Marketplace because we're at Bierstadt this Friday.
Yes.
The following Friday, we are at Stanley Marketplace. And then we are at the Mile High Flea Market for both Saturday and Sunday for Ignition.
Yes.
That's a lot for an old man to keep track of. So I'm sorry.
You
I
keep up with
apologize.
claiming you're the best journalist in RMP. You say that every week, right? Right,
I do.
Coastal?
Number
Right?
one. Number
Number
one.
one, right?
CMS.
You're right. You're right. But even
And
the ones they make mistakes, but real journalists
that's a
can
big one though,
admit
because
their
you
can
literally
admit
could have
their
spent
mistake.
a few hundred people over the beer start when RMP was not going to be in beer start. You literally could have.
Who knows? Maybe Lucas is trying to get a free meal at Bierstadt. Okay.
Because
Well, they do have they do
people
have
listen
pretty
to
good
this
bratwurst.
episode too, and they listen to the show and they say, "Oh yeah, Jack Vaughn's going to be at Bierstadt." Nope, psych.
No, he
It's
is
at
not going to be
Stanley
there.
Marketplace. You guys were
The
fooled.
local drive at Stanley Marketplace.
You see, Lucas. You
But
see.
this is.
I'm
but
waiting
this-
for Yaden. I'm waiting for Yaden to pipe in.
Right? No, I got you. There we go.
Oh, jeez. Every week.
Ah, you
John.
make my case, Lucas. You make my
I
case.
know.
That one you literally cannot say anything about.
I can't. I can't.
Just put your
But
head
hey,
down, buddy.
you're a happy Johnny now.
You damn right I am.
Yeah,
You damn right I am.
You're happy when I screw up. See, that's what makes you an awful person.
That's okay.
That's what makes you a horrible person.
Is what
I know.
do.
I don't know if he's a horrible person. I mean,
That's pretty horrible.
he's a person.
If you want people to screw up so you can enjoy their misery, that makes you a horrible person.
Hold up. Spotify and everybody, this isn't us. This is a video clip. There you go.
So we got a lot coming down the pipe. And I was 2 for 4 today, Lucas, just in case you were wondering.
2 for 4. What? You were 3. You were 3 for 4 last time. I mean, you're getting worse. That's not good.
Took a step backwards, but
yeah. I need to feed you more balls.
No, that's still 500 though, and one of them was.
What the hell did you just say?
Yeah.
What? What
this
the
has been a
fuck are you
joke
saying
before.
on this show right now? What are you doing?
Johnny, that has to get clipped. That is now a drop on the dudes and belts. That has to be.
Hey, I'm feeding Yaden balls. Yes.
Lucas, shut up.
Yeah.
It's never not funny. Never not funny.
All right, Spotify and everyone else, we're back. But
Is there a way I can make that my ringtone on my iPhone?
if Yaden wasn't in the car and was actually in like his little office with an actual mic, that would be worth making a soundbite for. 100%. All right. Sorry, Lucas. But guess what? We're going to be shitting on you later on, too. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Let's get into some more action, actually. Let's talk about a match. And I'm going to be honest here, guys. And I'm going to say this out loud on Spotify and all the other platforms, Twitch, YouTube, etc. This is probably one of the best charge matches I have seen in a minute. All right. At least the young people would say a minute. Probably one of the best matches I've seen in a long time on charge. Jay Camacho going up against Lipto.
This is like what happens when two differing styles mesh together so well that a literal fight becomes something that you are in awe of watching. Like these two went toe to toe, and Lipto's physicality mixed with Camacho's just all around agility and athleticism. There were things in this like insecurity. I mean, I thought Lipto kicked Camacho's head into the 4th row of Stanley Marketplace. I'm pretty sure that he spiked Lipto when he did the Hurricane Rana there coming through. Like, this was just back and forth. This is on my short list of matches that are match of the year in RMP so far this year. And I guess milestone season started early because that was a milestone worthy match, Lucas.
That was an awesome match. You know, I've always given to give Lipto his flowers. I've always said, you know, Lipto's kind of the de facto leader of stand on business, and that he's, you know, really he's a top tier star, I think. But Camacho has kind of flied under the radar. I know that he's had some big upsets. Obviously, the one against Damon back at the Wimmer, the one that stands out, and you know he's been very exciting as part of Team Reckless and things. But he's kind of flied under the radar. Well, this match, I think, could open up some things for Camacho. I think it opened up a lot of eyes uh, of people in the back, seeing just how good Jay Camacho can be. This guy is so exciting. When he is on his game, he is as good as any high flyer that we've ever seen here in Rocky Mountain Pro. So very exciting to see this match. It was you guys are right, amazing match. Definitely a candidate, early candidate for match of the year, and yeah, kudos to both those guys. But what about what happened at the end when after the match was over and it looked like Stand on Business was going to, you know, take out Camacho? Type 1 Warrior comes out of nowhere. He comes back, has a kendo stick clearing house, and him and Camacho standing tall in the ring. Looks like they're not afraid of Stand on Business. This could be a collision.
Yeah, that could be definitely a collision. And from what we saw before, just when those two teams went at the Reckless and the Type 6 Warriors, you put them together against any combination of Standing on Business, and I think tag team magic would happen. It would be very violent, I guess, if you like violent magic, which I'm a wrestling fan, so I do like violent magic. And Lucas, easy talking about those matches that happened and surprise things happened. Briscoe is going to find out that that's not a good idea either.
Oh my God.
I'm doing it for Lucas's safety. I worry about him.
Lucas's safety?
Yeah, you shouldn't bring
You should
stuff
be
like
worried
that
about
up.
your safety in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Why? I got insurance. I'm good.
Because eventually you're going to go face to face with Marcio at some point.
Oh, and I will have my legal paperwork in order, sir. Do not worry. He's not going to assault me. We can speak like normal grown adults, not a credible colleague and a giant toddler. We're not going to have that conversation.
Well,
We've tried that before.
There we go.
If he's going to act that way, I'm just going to call it as I see it. I would love to have a professional conversation.
I am now taking applications at Milestone for a new personality on Dudes and Belts, just so you guys all know.
So
you can collect them at rmpwrestling.com.
Johnny, I got a question for Coastal. Now you just warned me that I should watch myself just by mentioning something that actually happened. That Damon Ace. So what's the difference between Damon Ace throwing a fit and deciding he's going to get mad and go on a rage fit, and
he's thrown multiple fits in the past couple months, right, Lucas? I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yes. So what is the difference? Explain to me. Explain it to me like I'm a toddler.
Oh Jesus!
Only one of those guys wound up in the bottom of a barbed wire pit. I'm scared of the dude that didn't.
Okay.
That's my explanation. So, I mean, is Marcio terrifying? Absolutely. But if you can just speak to someone instead of yelling and screaming and beating them up, you get a long...
You called a grown man a toddler.
Well, he beat up a bunch of students.
Has Damon not done the same exact thing?
Damon's
And you
chucking
wouldn't
chairs and having
and
temper tantrums for the past month because
you
of standing
and
on business.
and you wouldn't dare call him a
Uh,
cub.
I don't think he's had any temper tantrums. He's been very
Uh,
grumpy. I will agree
Wow.
that he's been irritated.
Wow.
He's been
Wow.
irritated, but I don't think he
He
throws
doesn't
temper
like the
tantrums.
fact that no one is afraid of the wake anymore.
And they should be afraid.
Why?
Because why
Well,
wouldn't you be afraid of a group that literally took one of a issue? The law office had been a year-long problem. The wait got back together and solved it in about 3 weeks.
And it seems like
I
they're
would
about
be
to have
scared.
another problem again, and it's going to be a good problem because, as we're going to talk about later on in this episode, we finally got what we've been waiting for. And it's been a minute. And I think they got the chance to do it. But we'll get into that.
Yes, we will, because
But
I might surprise you, John.
if you're talking about problems, the Wake has a problem with standing on business. The Wake has a problem with your new style lineup. They seem to be building some enemies here.
I mean, they're always going to have enemies, John. People are always going to be,
Because they're
look at
not
them as a
liked.
threat because
They
because
are
they're a
not
threat.
liked.
John, it's because they are the top of the mountain for the
They are
honestly.
not. There's
You
one
can't-
guy on top of the mountain. That's it.
Listen, if you want to measure yourself in a violent atmosphere, who would you rather go against than the most violently intelligent person there is in that locker room, Damon Ace? You want to see how you stack up against one of the true great champions of all
What about
time
Hunter
in
Gray?
professional wrestling?
What
Hold
about
on,
Hunter
hold on.
Gray?
Whoa,
What about
I
Filter? What about those
wouldn't
guys?
done yet.
What about Marcio?
They weren't the longest reigning RMP champion of all time. That's Dustin Yerk. You measure yourself against guys like that. Caden Koyama, one half of the greatest tag team of all time, had those titles longer than any other tag team in the world. And now the Rocky Mountain Pro champion and probably the greatest charge champion.
And everything involved. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. The Wind, right? The Wind was your excuse not too long ago.
Hey, that happened, man.
Actually, it was against Filter and Lipto.
See,
now Maddox.
And they
Maddox
understand that. And they can, unfortunately, it looks like JK Pop doesn't get a rematch anytime soon. Caden is busy. He's relaxing, guys. He's resetting. That's what great athletes do. They reset.
He's a weak link, and he's not relevant.
No, he's resetting.
He's not relevant. He is injured with a busted knee.
He's getting
That's why
healthy.
he's
That's
taking
the most important thing.
Vacation
the most important thing is a person's
whatever the hell he's talking about.
It's a summer of Casanova. It's about resetting your mind, your body, and getting right. And if you weren't so oranged out all the time, you could
oranged
see that.
out. I'm just spitting goddamn facts here.
Yeah, law office propaganda, John. Everything you say against the Wake is law office propaganda.
I'm not the one that thinks the same. I believe my counterpart on the bottom, I do believe, thinks quite similarly that I do.
Oh, sorry, Lucas. Maybe that's why Johnny preferred to be interviewed by Slade.
Well, see, then that makes Johnny a very questionable person and Slade, because if I have to kiss his butt to get an interview, then I don't want the interview.
You don't have to kiss his butt. You just have to be nice, Lucas.
There you go, Lucas. I respect that.
You just have to be nice, Lucas.
No,
there you go.
I'm nice.
Be respectful.
I'm nice, but I don't have to kiss your butt.
The summer of
crash
on a sofa.
We'll get into the interview in a couple minutes.
Crash on a sofa. The summer of crash. That's respectful, Lucas.
I get my words mixed up. You saw what I did with the Bierstadt and Stanley Marketplace. It happens.
Well, then you shouldn't hold that against John or against Mr. Casanova. Okay, Mr. Casanova is a very, very great. He's very generous with his time. Unfortunately, he doesn't like people that waste it.
Yeah, well,
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. That is coming up. But we do have to talk about a person that we have not talked about in a little bit, that probably honestly should be talked about a little bit more. And I will stand on this grave. I know that I have my affiliations with certain people and all that stuff. A lot of people have forgotten about the Remy D, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Remy D is ready for anything that is going to be coming at him at milestone 16, and he made it perfectly aware during this episode. Your thoughts on his little package. Not the D, but the promo. Let's just be specific here. Phrasing is a thing, okay?
That one needs to be clipped too. No, I 100% agree. I don't want to be on the other side of the ring against this incarnation of Remy D, because this is all the parts of the past coming together. The flamboyancy of the beauty, the absolute darkness of the beast we witnessed a couple years ago at Milestone, when things were at looked like to be the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows and then the biggest of swerves.
He had
This
a
one
title
is
match that he wasn't even able to walk out in the ring at all before he got
right.
jumped from the back. And he still
This
has
is
yet to get that opportunity again, which to me is absolutely not fair. And you know where I side on this thing in the law office and all that stuff. I want nothing but the best from the law office, but that guy literally got freaking robbed and still hasn't got his due at all.
and that's what happens. Remy has learned from all of those personas and he's put this together now, and this is the one I think that climbs to the top of the mountain. If I'm Caden, I'm worried. Honestly, I'm looking, going, man, Remy's in top tier shape. That's a challenge. Whoever is on the receiving end of Remy at Milestone needs to be worried, Lucas, because it's going to be intense. It's going to be violent, and it's going to be beautiful, as we know with Remy.
Well, Milestone's very important, obviously, to all the Rocky Mountain Pro stars, but I think maybe more than anyone, Remy. Remy has had a chip on his shoulder for basically since the beginning of his career. You know, it seems like he's always had something to prove. Like no matter what he's done, it just hasn't seemed to be quite enough for whatever reason. But Milestone is always his time to shine, man. Whether it win or lose, that guy shines at Milestone. You know, he just the the big star comes out of Remy, and we get top notch performances each and every time. So yeah, whatever is in store for him at Milestone, and it's going to be something big. We still don't know what's going to happen, but there's going to be more news coming out, I believe, on the next episode of Charge. So we'll probably get more answers to that.
Agreed. And it's still a shame, to be honest. And I will 100% back Remy on the fact that he never got his championship opportunity, and he definitely should have at this point. But you know what? Remy isn't coming out and saying that I deserve this and I deserve that. You know what I mean? He's like,
Draper.
who's next? He's like, who's next? Who's next up?
Hmm?
Who wants to go after the D and Remy D? You know what I'm saying? Like he's showing, or he's about to be showing, that he deserves to have a chance at that championship later on down the line. We'll see what Remy's going to be doing at Milestone. I'm very interested to see who's going to step up. Before we continue, of course, I did do some things before we did this show tonight. As you know, we do have the QR code that way, right? This way for Milestone 16. If you guys want to go to Milestone in person, scan the QR code that's on me, technically. All right. Buy your tickets. If you're far away, get a plane ticket. It's not that much. It's a little bit cheaper now. Go fly yourself out to Denver, specifically Golden, Colorado, or fly into Denver, go to Golden, Colorado, because that's where the quarry is. That's where Milestone 16 is going to be. And watch one of the best independent wrestling companies in the nation have their biggest event of the year, the 16th anniversary of Rocky Mountain Pro / NRW, Milestone 16. What else I did besides that QR code, we got ourselves
Yay!
Look,
Dudes and Belts merch.
Someone
Yes.
scan
look at
the
that.
barcode.
Yes. Scan the barcode right there, ladies and gentlemen. And you will be directed right to the merch site. You can get your Dudes and Belts gear. You can get your Death Drop gear, because I have all my gear mixed up with the Dudes and Belts. We have this iteration of Dudes. We have last iteration of Dudes. And we have the original Dudes and Belts logo still live on the website. And yes, for a limited time only, I did bring this out. Also, we still have, and I put it live for the next couple weeks. By the way, it's 20% off everything in the store as of right now. We still have your Show Me Your Biddy shirt. Yes,
They're
that's
still
Right.
right.
around.
It's
Nice.
still there. I put that live for the next couple weeks. Go ahead, pick your variety of merch. We have hats, t-shirts, hoodies, etc. Anything, mugs, tumblers, even. Yep, that's right.
There's some
Got a
good
whole
stuff
bunch of
on
stuff
here.
over there.
Yeah, there is. Nice looking stuff.
So go ahead, buy what you need, buy some gifts, birthday gifts. Christmas will eventually be around the corner in 6 months. We'll probably have this QR code at some point around Christmas time. Go ahead and get your friends and family some merch as well, courtesy of the Dudes and Belts. We greatly appreciate your support as always. And I do have another QR code, but we'll wait to the end for that one because that one's not really as important. All right. So we're going to keep the milestone 16 one up. We'll show the Dudes and Belts merch one again before the show's over. So, but I appreciate everybody. We did have quite a few scan the QR code. Appreciate you guys as always. All right. Let's continue. All right, this is a time where me and Coastal can actually have some fun on Lucas's expense here.
Oh yeah.
Slade gets the interview with Johnny Casanova, but with a twist. With a twist. All right. We saw the interview. She did a good job as always, right, Coastal? I think Slade did a pretty good job.
Yeah, she got to the bottom of what Casanova wanted to talk about, and it was about Casanova. So yeah,
And Casanova wanted to say and was going to actually talk to you, Lucas, which I'm pretty sure you can testify on this one, that Slade was better than you. And so Casanova went off to go talk to you or talk to
Oh
someone that's
yeah.
around
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Yep. And then in comes Enrique Calderon, and oh my God.
Uh-huh.
There's
Uh-huh.
there is some situation going on over here. Coastal, your thoughts?
well, number one, the interview was great. So as an interviewer, Slade did a wonderful job.
A plus. A plus.
I think Enrique is overreacting. I don't think Johnny meant anything. I think he was just being a gentleman, complimenting her on her interviewing skills, and explaining to him he was going to take some, opinions to Lucas. He completely overreacted. There is the other side where, hey, bud, you watched this happen, and that's how you ended up in this situation. So it's like, I don't know what to think. Great interview, though.
Yeah, the Casanova to me seems to be a literal Casanova, if you ask me. I think he's getting sweet with Slade. I think that's the main reason why he wants Slade as an interviewer. I don't think that he really cares about the interviewing skills as much as he cares about some of the other uh, things going on with Slade, if you know what I mean.
See, I give a lot of flack to Casanova. This is the one thing that I will actually agree with Casanova on. I think Slade is better than Lucas.
I think you
Well,
guys are
then.
just. I think Casanova's just a gentleman. Like you guys don't ever give,
What do you
women
mean,
compliments. Like
What do you mean,
Lucas,
gentleman, dude? We just saw
he's a
Casanova 2
gentleman.
weeks ago
He's a
stealing.
ladies' man, or he thinks he's a ladies' man.
Exactly. Exactly. Still in 2 Dames Thunder, dude.
You can't help it if
He's a
Casanova
play I hate
is charming. He's a very charming man.
Oh,
You met
he's
him? Come on.
not. He's not.
He's a great listen. I can understand if you're jealous of Johnny Casanova. I would be. He's great in the ring. One and a half of the greatest tag champions. Part of the wake is a gentleman and he just draws in women. Like I get you guys are,
What's up,
jealous.
Elderton Entertainment? How you doing?
I get you're jealous of him, but he's like you don't have to start saying things that aren't true.
I didn't say anything that's true. I just was
You
commenting on what I was
insinuated that
witnessing.
Johnny Casanova tried
Well,
to infringe in between some
Enrique
things.
saw the same thing I saw. So
Enrique is he's crazy though. He's got a temper, man. He's got that crazy temper.
He's El Chingon.
Well, he needs to chill out. Nothing better. I would think that he would be proud of Slade for being such a great interviewer that she gets compliments.
Honestly,
like that.
after seeing Johnny Casanova conduct himself a couple weeks ago, I actually don't blame Enrique on this one. To be honest,
Me either.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, man. I mean, Johnny legit went to a bar, grabbed some chicks, put them in the front row, and then proceeded to sit on their lap after the match was over. After he lost, by the way. After he lost.
He's an entertainer. He was trying to be like, hey, did you have a good time? I know I lost. That's how great of a man he is. He wanted to make sure that the fans had a good time, even though he lost. And you're getting on about that. Maybe you guys just don't like it when people are nice people. John, I can understand, but Lucas, I thought you were a nice person.
I am. I'm a nice guy.
Then why are you? That's all John. That's all Casanova's trying to be. He's trying to be really good to the fans. See, they make sure they had a good time. Up close and personal experiences, man. That's what brings people back.
Sure. You're telling yourself that, Coastal.
The truth, man. I always tell myself the truth.
Well, sure, yeah.
All right. Punk and Morgan getting ready for a face-to-face conversation with D'Lo Brown. Getting prepped properly with a tie and everything.
Hey, she's going up against the law offices. She's paperwork and what'd she say? There's summons and stuff like that. And
litigation.
Johnny, you gotta know something about this. You're tight with them orange people. Come on. You gotta know what's going on. This is
don't call them orange people, first off.
They're the law office power of orange. They preach about it. Okay. Yeah. They are the believers in orange. There. Believers in orange. BIOs. That's what I'm gonna call them. The believers in orange, the bios. There we go.
It's poo, thank you. It's poo, P-O-O.
Yeah, it's poo. All right, I can
smell it. Of orange.
It's bull poo, if you will. That's your mascot's a giant bull. But anyways,
second of all, I'm more concerned about cease and desist in Marcio. Lola has everything under control, so I was told. So,
well, yeah. Now that Punkin had to put on. She had to borrow a tie. Number one, because she got to look professional with it. She had her best, business casual glasses on. She was ready to go.
Good.
Hey, you know what? Even Trashy cleaned up well for the interview, so I'm sure everything's going to go well. There is no disputed anything, Lucas. Number one, can we tell Tony that nothing is disputed? He seems to have this.
He's the disputed champion.
No, there's nothing disputed. She lost it, and Punkin won it. Where is the dispute, Lucas? Where is the dispute?
Trash can, not coffin. There you go.
That's their dispute. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Whether or not she's a disputed champion or not, I don't think it's disputed that she has been on the biggest role in the Lockets division and that she deserves another shot. I think
last episode she took another victory.
And I even think Punkin is seeing that. I think Punkin is seeing that, it's time to just go to D'Lo, make this official. Let's stop all the litigation. Let's just make it official. I think that's what this was about. I think Punkin wants to end this once and for all. as well. I think she's getting tired of it, and I think she's willing to be a fighting champion and once again defend that title against Lola. I think that's what kind of champion we're seeing in Punkin, and I think
That's what should
I
happen.
believe that's going to be the outcome, and we should have official word by next week.
She's got to make sure she reads all these official documents, though, because if I know Lola, Preston's going to try and sneak something in there. She needs to have
Preston's
her
not even in
lawyers
the
look at her.
picture right now. He's not even in the
You
picture.
know he
She's
is, you
handling
liar.
on
You know,
herself.
no, if
Um,
there is
well,
litigation happening, that snake oil salesman is
well,
behind it.
Lola's been
well,
around
he,
Preston for years.
yeah,
Years.
she
He's a
she's
snake oil
basically
salesman.
she's basically a paralegal. I mean,
That's true at
Yes,
this point. Yeah.
yes, Lucas, you are correct. That she's basically have watched Preston and learned how he operates, and that's
So
how she's
she's
operating currently right now.
so she's
and
a knockout specialist and a paralegal. Okay, wow. This
Yep.
resume is getting quite padded.
She's done a
She's
pretty
got a
good
pretty
job
good
with.
resume. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. She's got a pretty good
She's been
resume.
champion. That's true. She's been a champion.
Exactly.
But there's nothing disputed about her being a champion right
There
now.
is everything disputed
no.
about it. Everything
She's the
disputed
number one
about it.
contender in my eyes as well. She's earned a shot, but there's nothing disputed about whether or not she should have that title. That's a no.
Oh my
And we
God.
don't need the test results from Maury to say it's a no.
Go win it at Milestone. That's all I say.
I have
Yep.
faith. I have faith. Lucas, I will give
Yeah.
you your flowers here. You're welcome, sir. By the way, I actually haven't been that mean to you today. I really have.
No, I'll admit I earned it. My first flub. I deserved
Boy,
it.
you did. Boy,
Yeah.
you did.
So,
You called John a terrible human being
Well, but that was,
20 minutes
That's-
ago.
No, it was
Yeah.
it was the fumble of the BS when it was actually Stanley Marketplace.
But
No,
it-
I'm
no,
just
and
saying it was 20 minutes ago that he called you a terrible human being.
Well, which I mean, a lot of people have said worse, so I'm not worried about
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh, trust me, they sure have. I've heard it.
Yeah. Remember, we are one of the most credible shows here in the indie scene.
Absolutely. Credibility,
But-
number one.
Lucas, you got your interview with Rio Valentino.
Yeah. Who does not like this guy? How can you not like Rio Valentino? Like he's full of charisma, full of fun. He has the energy that you are looking for. He's already a fan favorite. Wanted to get his word. It seems like he's already focused on something big at Milestone. From what we gathered, it looks like he's just waiting for a big opportunity. But now he's got to wait and see what that opportunity is. But I can tell you that
He's got to go get
there
it.
has been, there's been talks about maybe a big name could be in his future. So we'll see. And I don't know who that name is.
Whoa. Foreshadowing a little bit there, Lucas.
Just said a big name in a big name in Rocky Mountain Pro history could be.
I mean, we
That's
did have a big
that's
name
the
that
rumblings.
said he was going to be debuting in Rocky Mountain Pro Television.
Now I didn't say that. I'm saying a guy
No,
that's
I know
been
you
a
didn't, but
Rocky Mountain Pro legend. Yeah.
you definitely
Maybe it's Dr. Beefcake.
Coastal.
Rio against
Coastal.
Dr. Beefcake. That'd be
Coastal.
cool.
Would that not be fun? Would that not
That'd be a great
fun?
match.
Yeah.
That'd be an amazing match.
And for me to be there for it, no thank
Yeah.
you. Let me find the
I-
nearest trash can. Thank you very much.
Here's what I'm hoping. Number one, I hope Rio gets his big moment. But number two, I hope he's hosting a milestone party because we got to get into that, John. We got to
I'm
be
good,
on the
dude.
guest list for Rio
I'm
Valentino's
good.
party. Well, you can do that. I'm going to go party.
You're not going to be anywhere near you. As much as you are the middleman of the human centipede of the wake. The wake will not let you.
Go.
They will not let you go to Rio Valentino's after party
What-
for Milestone.
What do you mean? Let me? I'm a grown adult, John. They
Yeah,
don't.
Really?
well,
Because you
I
don't
have
act like
no
it.
affiliation.
You don't act like it,
I
sir.
have no official affiliation. I am
what?
just a fan of their work.
How
They are
how long
great
is that
human
leash going to
beings.
be when he comes out here, Johnny? How long?
Exactly.
How tight is that leash going to
I
be?
got my
There's no
dog leash over
leash.
here.
There's
We
no
can kind of
leash.
imitate what exactly is going to be happening in a
There's
couple
no
days.
leash. Like, I am just fans of their work. I appreciate the work that they do.
Stop it. Stop it. You have come
All it is.
clean. You have come clean on a
I
lot
have
of your
no
waking
official.
duties.
I
Your
have
waking
no.
duties.
What, buying my friends a round of drinks is a duty?
Mind you, sir, you live in Maine. Yes,
Yeah, you can
Maine,
DoorDash
which is in
anything,
the
man.
far northeast section of the United States of America, and you decided to DoorDash
DoorDash.
what, a 30 rack of Miller Lite or something like that, from what I heard, to Atlantic City, where they were spending the weekend?
They
What
were
was that it?
celebrating victories and all of their success, and I said, "What a better way to show my appreciation than to buy my friends some drinks or some guys that I appreciate their work for."
And I also heard when we actually got there that year specifically, that you decided to DoorDash a bunch of freaking tacos with green chili over their houses as well as a
Listen,
pre-game milestone meal all the way from
what
Maine. My
What are we
guy,
hey,
doing? What
listen,
are we
what are we
doing?
doing?
you got to have some good food. I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure just you got to eat.
Don't get me
You got to have.
wrong.
Listen,
I like
John.
the green chili down there. It's
John,
really
you
good.
got you. Being my friend has its perks occasionally.
Bro, you are literally salivating.
It's 2 times.
Salivating.
No, I'm excited to go to Denver, if that's what you mean. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see people I don't see all the time, or I only see on. Like, I'm excited to see Lucas. You're
I
probably
really
not, but
hope
I am.
Marcio listens to this episode. I really do.
I do too, because you know what? If he does, thank
I
you for
really
listening,
do.
Marcio. Thank you for helping us
You
continue
know
to
what?
do this
I
every
might
week.
I might have to hit him up this week, and we might have to get him on a
Oh yeah, look who now. Oh, so
quick
you
abbreviated
have
show
personally
here.
touch with him, like you buying him breakfast.
No, we're just in contact with each other, just like I'm in contact with Lola, just like I'm in contact with Eric Reyes, Cookie Wright, and everyone else. I don't go and DoorDash them 30 racks of Miller Lite and Coors Light and whatever the
Well,
hell
John,
you're sending these
maybe
guys.
you're
We
not
talk
very-
business.
You're not a good friend, John.
You are face deep in glory holes, my friend.
No, you know what? You know what? I discussed with them. I'm like, hey, you guys doing all right? Is there anything going on? No, I appreciate what you're doing. Cool. Keep doing what you're doing because it lets me keep talking about it.
Lucas, do you have anything to add for this?
If I
before we
see
get
if
into
I
this?
see any weird holes in the bathroom at the quarry, I'm gonna know what happened. That's all I gotta say.
Maybe when you spiked a microphone into it because someone wouldn't talk to you again.
You might see the hole the size of Coastal after Marcio's done with them.
And if he aggressively touches me, Preston will have words with somebody. I will say that.
And you will lose because he's a lawyer.
He's going to go up against my lawyer. The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Thank you.
What is it?
It's Joe Bornstein.
Oh, well, that's yeah. I am
very famous lawyer up here. Very famous lawyer.
If any lawyer that has a last name that ends in Steen or Stein, that's bad news.
For the other people?
Yeah, for the other people. That's what I'm saying.
He's a great lawyer. He's a great lawyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the 5 going up against Chopper City. Yes, the 5. Not the 10, the 5. There you go. The 5 going up against Chopper City non-title match. Coastal tag team guy. What do you got?
Man, this match was very, very good. But I know what's important is the end and after the match. Chopper City wins again, but guys, these wins for Chopper City are getting tougher and tougher and tougher. Yes, they're beating everybody, but I kind of, and this is where I'm going to shock some people, I kind of got to agree with everything that has gone down and what happened. Cease and desist is probably the last remaining real test again for Chopper City. They're going through everybody right now. Well, Damon and Dustin aren't an official tag team. I know they have a match coming up, and we'll get to that, but they're not officially throwing their hat in for those titles yet. When they do, then that is the most credible challenge for any tag team in Rocky Mountain Pro. But anyways, I digress. The 5 took it to Chopper City. They went right to the city limits, announced their presence, and kicked their way in. I thought for a few times here we were going to have to throw the 5 in as a number 1 contender because they were going to end up beating Chopper City on this particular evening, but they didn't because, again, it's the crowd energy, guys. But it does it here. But how many more times, guys, can it happen? How many more? I am honestly, and this is going to surprise the hell out of you guys with what we know now, with the titles or the cease to exist, that could happen. It's not official. It could happen. But if that happens, and that is in fact milestone, Lucas, I'm worried for Chopper City because there's a lot that's been taken out of them physically and mentally with all of these matches.
Don't worry about Chopper City. You got to worry about cease to exist because are they are not
Lucas,
going to be
bite
a
your
tag team
goddamn
anymore.
tongue. It's cease and desist.
I like cease to exist. That's a
No.
pretty good one
No.
Yeah.
because
No.
that's what's going to happen when
It's
they
not
lose.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just
Well,
literally said, you just gave a 5-minute spiel about how Chopper City's going to have their hands full against.
They are going to have their hands full. Both things can be happen. They're not mutually exclusive. I can think that Chopper City will win, but I can still think that it's very dangerous.
No.
It's also the extracurriculars.
This is a coin
That
toss
has not
matchup.
happened, by the way.
Preston's
Go
not
ahead,
back
Lucas.
yet.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a coin toss matchup, guys. You no one can definitively say that either team's got a clear advantage
Mhm.
because cease and desist
Thank
has been a thorn in Chopper City's side, even when they aren't able to compete for those titles. They've been a thorn. They've been the guys that have had Chopper City's number in the past, so they can do it. We know they can do it. I'm I'm not going to be one to say, oh, there's no chance. Even though I can't stand those guys, when it comes to tag team wrestling, they're as good as we got in Rocky Mountain Pro. But Chopper City has been an absolute train, right? They've been an absolute wagon as the Rocky Mountain Pro champions, almost unbeatable. Every time it looks like I mean, they've taken on some of the most formidable tag teams in the country. The 5 is one of them, guys. The 5, these guys are, stars in OVW. They've been in OVW. They've been on all across the country. They've been on television. These guys are legit athletes. I mean, LVK, that guy has been wrestling for like 20 years. 5-star Jesse J, that guy is just an amazing athlete. Those guys have been teaming for a while. So the fact that Chopper City got past them, that just shows you how damn good they are. So this is going to be one of the best tag team matches that we could ever see. I think if this happens at Milestone, buckle up because you're going to see the most desperate side of cease and desist. That you're going to see their most desperate side because it's all or nothing for them, right? If they have to win or they are done as a tag team, and where would they go from there? They've been too successful, so this is a big time, guys. If once this gets made official, which I believe it will, we don't. I mean, I don't see why D'Lo or Yaden or heck Tudane for that matter, why any of them wouldn't say, you know what, yeah, this is money. We've got milestone 16. We have, uh, we have Chapa City who says that they're willing to do this, and we have a chance to get rid of a problem if they aren't successful. Why wouldn't D'Lo sign off on this?
As we've been saying for months, or at least I've been saying for months, Cease and Desist was the last people to knock Chopper City off for those tag titles. Months later, and Coastal said a few weeks ago when it was just him on this show, needs to work out a deal. This needs to happen, but there's got to be a deal in place. Chopper City laid out the deal. And at first, I was hesitant, but at the same time, this was the only way they're going to get this shot. So I am happy that Cookie Wright accepted, because it was Cookie that said it. Eric Reyes, you can tell, was kind of iffy on it. Wasn't really too happy with the proposal, but they're taking the risk. They're taking the chance, because in reality, this is the match to see at Milestone. This is it. The last team to knock off Chopper City against your reigning tag team champions in Chopper City. No tables match. Just straight up one team versus one team. Winner takes all. Cease and Desist loses, they break up. I'm all for that risk. It took long enough to work something out. The petition eventually worked. Maybe not to its full extent, because really the petition didn't go to an office or a desk or anything like that after the fact. But just the fact that Cease and Desist was around for the majority of the time and the majority of the reign for Chopper City must have paid off. And granted, as much as Cease and Desist was around during these Chopper City matches and even title matches specifically, they never got involved. Not once. So they were putting the pressure on Chopper City long enough for them to say, you know what? Fine. You got your title match. No ban. You got your shot. However, this is the stipulation. And I'm happy that Cookie Wright made the decision to do that, because now they have a chance with Destiny here. They can become a 2-time tag team champions. There's not a lot of tag teams that have been 2-time tag team champions in Rocky Mountain Pro.
That's true.
Not a lot of them. They got a chance.
JK Pop tag dudes. I mean, Chopper City's 2-time.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got a chance at history here. So yeah, why not take a chance? I agree with the decision. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm in that corner, of course. I'm rooting for him. See what happens.
Chopper City.
Well,
I mean, think about it. If you think about it, it'd actually be a great thing, because if they lose, they can't challenge for the tag team titles again, because the stipulation will still hold. They might as well break up anyways, and who knows? They could have very successful singles careers. I mean, Cookie is Cookie the Monster, right? I mean, he is a monster, and well, Eric is Elmo to Cookie Monster, but he'll be fine.
Just creating more enemies, Lucas. I don't know about him.
Eric Reyes has never been nice to me.
Yeah, Eric Reyes is a hard one to get behind. Sorry, that's the one guy I can't.
Perfectly nice to me. Just been respectful to me. Same with Marcio. Same with Lola.
Because you don't call them out when they act out.
They haven't acted a fool.
Marcio beat up an entire school.
That's not our jurisdiction.
It still doesn't make it okay.
It's still not right.
Shouldn't have been fans of the wake. Let's not forget that's why that happened.
It's called freedom of choice, my friend. You can be a fan of whoever you want.
Yeah, it's freedom of choice, but consequences happen when you talk about it with the wrong people around.
Well,
Just saying. Anyways, we got a
Hey,
main event
every
here.
action has consequences, legal or otherwise.
It was in the training school. Technically, it was legal. He didn't get
Well,
arrested for that.
if he puts his hands on me, just saying.
Oh my God, here we go. All right. Izzy O'Reilly versus Midnight. Lucas, this is what you've been basically building up for the past couple of weeks for this moment here on episode 504. The main event, Izzy and Midnight. Lucas, start off.
yeah. Well, Izzy, she said in her interviews with me that she had to conquer her demon, which was Midnight. Midnight was, uh, in her view, was the cause of her downfall this year that she's been going through. She's the one that she suffered an injury to at the NRW Classic, so she had to conquer this demon, and she faced it head on. I mean, you could see the kind of the courage it took for her to get in that ring. You saw kind of uh, Izzy kind of grow up before our very eyes in one single match. Because at first, I thought I maybe saw a little trepidation. I maybe saw a little anxiety getting in the ring with Midnight. But as the match went on, you could see she realized she wasn't afraid anymore. There wasn't no fear in her eyes at the end of this match. Even Mo kind of has said it, how proud she was of seeing Izzy kind of finally conquer this. You could see that, even though it was, at times it was definitely a fight. It was not a technical match. It was just, uh, whenever you get in the ring with Midnight, it's not going to be some technical match. You're going up against one of the largest Lockettes that's ever existed. Strong as hell is Midnight. So she had everything against her, did Izzy, and Izzy still stood up to her, and in the end picked up a win. And I believe this is going to be the start of Izzy to put the past behind her and start off fresh now, Coastal. I think this is a opportunity for her to move on and become her whoever it is Izzy's supposed to be. She can now become that.
It's interesting that you phrase it that way, because that was exactly what I was thinking, but with a little different mindset, Lucas. Everyone thinks that Izzy has conquered the beast and now is going back to the same old peppy Izzy O'Reilly she was. And I don't see that, because she wasn't, she did have a big win against Lilith, but for the most part, that wasn't a very successful part of her career. Was it a learning experience? It was, but not very successful. And she gets a chip on her shoulder. She starts keeping to herself and she changes her attitude and she gets a big win. Going up against people and competitors like Midnight change you in a way that you may not realize. Yeah, the new Izzy O'Reilly, this is a launching pad, but it's going to be very different. I think it's going to be a lot more tempered, and there's always going to be that little attitude we saw her in there. And I think it's a good thing if she knows how to control it, Lucas.
We'll see. I personally wanted to see the old Izzy back, but you probably are right. We're probably going to see a little bit different side. I hope she doesn't completely change. I hope that she still has some of that, uh, you know, that fun, friendly personality still is going to shine. But you're right. I think that when you go up against something like this and you deal with something like this, yeah, you're not going to be the same, and you're going to probably have a little different attitude. It'll be interesting to see kind of how Izzy's going to be. But I've got some news I can deliver to you right here on this show right now. I am getting a follow-up interview with Izzy O'Reilly this Wednesday on Charged. She has agreed to sit down with me one more time to ask her what is next for Izzy O'Reilly. That will be happening this Wednesday on Charge. Once again, the number one journalist delivers.
Well, we'll wait and see, Lucas. We will. It could be. Sometimes your interviews are kind of short, so we'll have to see if Izzy answers all your questions.
We will see. Oh, and we didn't talk about my other breaking news that I had on this episode of Charged.
John, are you talking to us?
Yeah, I think you're on mute.
You're on mute, dude. Yeah, we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, no, my bad. Probably wasn't that important because I didn't write it down, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised Coastal wasn't just. I mean, he sort of talked about.
Oh,
it
I
earlier,
talked
but
about it earlier. I was waiting for John to
Yeah.
mention it. It doesn't surprise me. It's not orange tinted, so he didn't want to mention it.
Yeah. Well, your guys. You're talking about the future tag team champions. If these guys
they wanna
decide that's
be.
what they're going to be, that they're
Oh
going to
yes,
take
that's
on
right. Taking on
your
your
new starting
starting
line,
lineup. Yes,
and it's official.
course.
I feel bad for Briscoe. He got caught in the crosshairs of a request
You
to
don't feel bad for
battle, and
You don't
now
feel
he's
bad for
wound
Briscoe.
up in the crossroads of the weapon. And
You
oof.
don't feel bad for Briscoe.
I do
Is it-
though, because I know what Damon's gonna do.
See, I think you're being disrespectful to Briscoe.
That's what
I
I'm
don't think
saying,
you're putting.
Lucas. That's what I'm
I
John,
don't
saying.
I'm being
think
respectful to Damon.
No. Yeah, at Briscoe's expense. Briscoe is not afraid of Damon, nor should he be. He stood up to Damon. He has survived Damon and damn
He's
near beat
beaten
Damon.
Damon.
Yeah.
What did I say earlier? You even tried a
He
couple weeks
has
ago.
pinned Damon Ace 1, 2, 3
And
on
damn
the
near took the
mat.
title
The
off.
views and
damn
expressions
near
of
took-
Johnny are not
and damn near-
mine.
And damn near took the title off him. Should have had the title. Like it was, and it was as
He
competitive
beat
as a match as you
Damon
can
Ace
ask
in the
for.
first round of an Ignition
What are you
Championship
doing?
Tournament.
Did you learn nothing from
round.
Marky? Did you learn
First
nothing?
round. Numero uno.
What's wrong, Coastal? Are you afraid Damon's going to pull a Marcio?
What? I can't control that at all.
So
You're talking, and I can only
I'm-
look out for me, and that's what I'm
just
doing.
saying. So I'm just saying, like, are we to expect that Damon's going to act like Marcio does? Is that? I mean, that's kind of what you're insinuating.
I am just saying that Damon has a history of when people bring things up on this show, they happen to maybe wheeze a little bit after they get their lungs beaten through their chest. Just saying, it's happened before, and I have no control over.
That guy
him.
is not here right now.
It's lucky he's still
And if
breathing.
you're talking about me, and if you're talking about me, let's not forget, if you want to add a little bit more fuel to the fire.
That's true.
so
I
to
forgot.
say.
You already took a nap courtesy of.
Yeah, but
David
I
at
also
one
knocked
point.
him on his ass.
That happened.
It's true.
That happened.
I wouldn't bring it up, but that's true.
Oh, I brought it up. I'm not afraid to bring it up, unlike some people.
I'm
What did
sure
you
if he wants to talk to you, he'll just jump on again like he did the last time.
And he will. He will at some point. I'm not. I mean, we don't have this completely secured now like we did with the Discord channel. So
He still got it when it was completely secured.
well,
That doesn't
no,
stop.
not as high tech as it was now for the past 3 years. We made it bulletproof. So, but yeah, no. I mean, why should Briscoe be afraid, and why should Jason Knoll be afraid as well?
I'm just saying it's the two of the most dominant forces in RMP right now are on the other side of that ring. They are upset because they feel disrespected. They feel people aren't putting the respect that the Wake deserves on the Wake, and they're going to take out their aggressions. And I just wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
Because the Wake hasn't acted like the Wake as of old yet, and people are starting to see that.
Okay, what
and
do you
not
want?
Afraid of that?
What do you want, John? Do you want them to not act like they used to, and that's what you guys are all worried about, or do you want them to act like they used to? Because I don't want them to act like they used to.
I want them to
Well, I
break.
do.
Actually, to be honest, let's be honest here. I want them to just disband and not exist ever again.
So you want everything to go back into chaos, where we have multiple problems. We have people that figureheads that don't know how to, one is getting involved in championship matches. Yeah, that resolved. And then we had 2 days. Like, this is structure. They are structure. You put the titles on them, and it's structure like it used to be.
Wow.
Everything goes
Preston
away.
was more structured than the Wake ever was.
No, Preston is a chaos demon wrapped in orange.
Not true. Not true.
He almost ruined the greatest tag team of all time. He did. He almost ruined JK Pop.
Good.
That says
That's
something.
what we were all hoping for.
Not me.
I think both groups stink. I think that when one group gets too much power, it's bad for business. It's bad for a company.
Speaking of business, Standing on Business probably has something to say about it.
Yeah, and they're nothing to do. They're nothing to mess with.
They didn't step up the way your starting lineup did. I give them props. They stepped up. They asked for it.
Well,
They didn't ask for anything. Briscoe asked a question specifically to Dustin, and then Damon decided to be a
Briscoe got
pain in the ass.
voluntold he was going to wrestle in that match. You ever been voluntold? It's not volunteering. It's voluntold.
Yeah, that's exactly how I ended up in my situation 4.5 years ago. Voluntold.
But Briscoe is not afraid. Briscoe is not afraid of Damon Ace, and he might even have Damon Ace's number and Dustin.
Yep.
Those guys. So before you just write this in the win column for the Wake,
You know he will.
put some
And you know he will.
damn respect on Briscoe Crown, Big Match Briz. There's a reason I
Yes.
call him Big Match Briz.
I
Bracket
didn't put any
buster,
disrespect
Briz.
against either of them. I am just saying what I believe will happen because there is going to be a lot of violence, and I know the tendency of
It's a
Damon
regular
and Dustin
tag team match, Cole. So
be
you act like
violent.
this is a street fight or like a no man's land match.
There is
And you're-
nothing
and-
regular
and-
about
and-
Damon.
And Jason Knoll can't fight. We've seen Jason Knoll in NRW matches, some of the craziest matches
Yep.
we've ever seen.
Damon is different breed of human being. If he even I don't know if there's
Oh,
human being,
wow.
it's just different breed. And
You're
Dustin is the longest reigning Rocky Mountain Pro champion of all time.
Yes, no one's
Yeah.
taking that away from him. No
Yeah,
one's
he's
taking that
great.
away from him.
But what you're doing is you're taking you're pumping down Jason Knoll and Briscoe Crown to pump up your guys. Yeah, they're
I'm
great.
sorry
They
you
are
feel
great.
that way.
Chat, help us out here. Help us out. He is literally delusional. He is delusional.
Sorry, I'm a fan of things. I guess we're not supposed to be fans
fan
of
of things.
anything.
You're
Look,
more than a
I'm a-
fan, buddy.
I'm a fan of the Broncos, but I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl every damn year.
Then
you know
you're
what I'm
not a
saying?
very good
They're
fan,
not-
Lucas, because
they're
I
not-
think Dallas
they're-
will win every year.
Well,
Until about Thanksgiving.
And you'll be waiting another 20 years.
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
so.
You're gonna be
But
in
I'm
the
a
nursing
good
home when
fan.
that happens.
Yeah, and I'll be playing
That's-
Mario
that's
Kart
not
on
a
my
good-
N64.
That's not a good fan. That's why people hate Cowboys fans, because they're delusional.
They just don't understand history, and it's
They
okay.
hate
No,
more
history's a
Cowboys
hard
fans than
subject.
Patriots fans, which is hard to believe.
No, God, you guys were insufferable.
That's
No.
pretty bad during that. But I will say, at least Patriots fans, like when they know they're bad, then they know their role. They're like, okay, you know what? We'll wait our turn till we get better.
And we did for
At
4
least-
years. We did for
yeah,
4
yeah.
years.
And
Exactly.
it was so awesome.
Exactly. It's not like Dallas fans are every year. Oh, we signed Javonte Williams. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Come on now.
Super Bowl.
You don't have any faith, and I'm sorry. That must be a bad way to watch sports. Is with no faith in your team.
How did the Cowboys become America's favorite team? Please ask me.
They aren't.
They're the
Yes,
team of
Jerry
the
Jo-
'90s, man.
Jerry Jones just made that up.
Aikman, Irvin. You guys never heard why there was a hole in the top of Texas Stadium?
They won.
So God
they
could
won-
watch his favorite team play.
Go ahead, Lucas.
They won one. They won one more Super Bowl than my Broncos did in the '90s. So barely were they even better than my Broncos in the '90s.
They're one. You know what? They were one championship better, so they were the team of the '90s. Man, Dion, Emmett, Aikman, Michael Irvin, the Hall of Famers, the Prestige.
Elway, Terrell, Shannon Sharp, Ed McCaffrey, Rod Smith. I could do this too.
They weren't even the best team in their division. The Niners were better most of the time.
Ooh.
We weren't.
Well,
in
you're the
'90s. We weren't
AFC.
in-
That's true.
Yeah, we're in the AFC. That's
Yeah,
as
there
bad
you
as-
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're not even the best team on the West Coast.
Well, we're not on the West Coast. We're in the mountains.
You're still technically that's a West Coast, dude. Anything past
That
Chicago
is-
is West
that-
Coast to
okay,
us.
so Lucas, you are in the AFC West. That's technically West Coast.
Yeah, but that's what the Kansas City's in the West Coast. Come
Which
on now.
still doesn't make
They're-
sense to me, but you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what? It is
exactly.
what it is. You know what I mean? You're in the AFC West,
and-
dude. You're
and
West.
and we won like every division title in the 90s in the West. Yes, we did.
The
Go look
NFC
it up.
East is the hardest division in football.
No, it's not. The,
Not anymore.
the-
No, it's the
All
AFC
right,
West
all
right
right.
now.
Now
It is the
I
AFC
understand
West
why.
right
Now
now.
I understand why people want to be interviewed by Slade. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Did I hit?
Okay.
So I hit
Hold
a
on to
nerve
that.
on.
Hold on to
Yeah.
that.
You
Hold on to
don't
that, folks.
believe
Wait,
you
wait,
don't believe
wait,
the
wait,
NFC
wait.
East
Hold
is
on.
the best
Hold on.
division in football.
Hold
No,
on.
not even close.
Hold
The
on.
most
Hold on.
competitive division.
Boys.
Not even close.
Boys. Give it 2 seconds. We'll let it simmer. We're going to switch over from Spotify to the second half of the show, which is only going to be about another 10 or 15 minutes. So hold on to those thoughts. This could be spicy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen on Spotify, that is going to conclude episode 504 here. Once again, tune in to Charge for the next couple weeks. Episode 505 and 506 will be coming every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. over in the eastern parts of the country. On youtube.com/RMP Wrestling. Links in the bio, of course. Also catch Ignition every Tuesday with those same times. Make sure you buy your milestone tickets. QR code again is right on top of me. Scan, get your tickets, be there July 9th. And of course, real quick, your Dudes and Belts merch right there. Scan it, get your merch before you head down the milestone this year. We want to see some Dudes and Belts merch down there. We want to see them in the crowd. So make sure you scan that QR code. And who knows, maybe we will sign a couple of those merchandise items when we're down there, because we will be down there for the entire weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you buy your merch before July 9th. And as always, folks, for myself, Johnny Deathrop, Coast Crusader, and Lucas Bradwell, we will see you guys next week for a review of episode 505. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Now go ahead with the football.
Well, no, hey, listen,
you-
Brian, Indie
We're
Pro
into
Wrestling Talk gets it.
overtime. We're going to over. Brian, it's good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing all right. I know you've
Koyama for
been
life.
going through some health issues. I hope everything's all right. But glad to have you here.
Just in
Now-
time for the Dudes and Belts after hours, because we don't have time for the rewind, because it's already almost 11 o'clock over here, 9 o'clock over in the mountain areas.
The NFC East is the most competitive division in football. You never know who's going to win. Every year we know who's going to win in that division. It's the Chiefs because they stomped everybody else in their division.
You
just won the division.
you can make an argument that the AFC West and the NFC North is the toughest divisions in football.
Because here's the thing. Yeah, I could say that NFC South is competitive. It doesn't mean it's good. It's competitive because all the teams suck in it. Yeah, because
listen. The NFC South did not win a Super Bowl 2 years ago. The NFC East did.
Yeah, but it wasn't the Cowboys. And guess who
But
won?
it's still, we're talking about the divisions. We're talking about the divisions.
All right. Well, now look at the AFC West, and look at the AFC West, and in its history has been way more competitive in its history then
But how the
Especially after
Chiefs win
this
it?
year.
The Chiefs win it every
Especially
year.
after this past year,
No.
dude, you got the Chargers, the Chiefs, and
Yeah.
the Broncos.
Listen, we all know the
Yeah, the
NFL is rigged, and Patrick Mahomes is coming back. He's going to be comeback player of the year. Travis
Oh, no.
Kelce's going to win another Super Bowl.
No.
They're going to have Taylor
Oh.
Swift and him
Oh.
ride off into the sunset in February when he retires. It's going to happen, guys. Mark my words. Patrick Mahomes will be comeback player of the year,
No.
and he
No.
will break a
No.
passing record this year.
Bo
It's fixed.
Bo Nix is gonna come back, and he's gonna win the MVP.
Is he going to play in
and
his first ever AFC Championship game?
Yeah, yes, because he's not gonna get his ankle broken this time around.
You hope.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the Oregon guys are kind of made of glass.
Forgetting about these guys? Are we forgetting about these guys? People seem to be sleeping on these guys.
Listen, hey, hold on.
They're gonna be good.
You guys just have reporter gate. It's okay.
So
your
our
coach
head
is
coach
gonna
likes to
listen.
sleep with other
Your
people.
head
That's
coach.
not-
Your head
that-
coach
that's
is
not
gonna,
against the
mark
rules.
my words.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
That's
mark
not
my
against the
words.
rules.
Well,
Roger Goodell is going to find a
it is
morality violation in there, and he's
Yeah.
going to be suspended before the year starts.
no. It's not
No
now.
shot.
Now
No
him having an affair with a reporter is not technically, but if she was providing
Robert
information,
Kraft literally went
If-
to a massage parlor.
if she was
time
le-
he went to
if
Florida.
if she was leaking information that was affecting certain free agency stuff going on,
Yeah.
then that is where there is an issue.
The AJ Brown shit was like the worst kept secret in football.
Well, I'm not just talking about that though. There was some other stuff that she was putting out there, and then when you find out that her and Vrabel were together
She
during those
broke the
times,
dig stuff. She's the one that broke the dig story about the assault and all that, which she probably heard.
That
when
was
she
common
at
knowledge because that happened prior to the season.
No, but all the stuff about when it came out, she probably heard it at Vrabel's house.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Diggs was on a boat like a few weeks
Well,
before training
they
camp.
were probably on that same boat. Who knows?
Probably.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about
Oh,
that one.
actually, no. Come on, it's
I don't know about that one, Lucas.
It's the New York Giants that have the boat parties.
Yeah, they have boats. I thought you were a Cowboys fan, though. Well, here you are. You're talking about the Cowboys. It is baseball season, but
Our teams
I'm a
ain't doing
Rockies
shit,
fan.
so we don't
But,
care.
yeah.
No, listen. So the Red Sox are going to sweep the Yankees if they haven't already. Which I don't know. We were doing the shows. Jared Duran delivers a walk off, so we swept the Yankees.
That's a
We
highlight
walked it
of
off
the year,
in the
baby.
10th.
4-game
we're-
series, by the way, we
Listen,
swept.
dude,
4-game
we're gonna go on a
series.
run. We're gonna go on a run for the next month, and we're gonna get
You're
to
like
the trade
3
deadline
games. You're like
and do
you got
nothing.
3 more wins than the Rockies, dude.
And you
You
know
want to
what?
know what's funny
Hey.
though? The wild card's like 2 or
Right.
3 games away.
If you are a sub 500 team, you are a wild card team in the American
Nuts.
League. We're gonna get the
Yeah.
last wild
Yeah.
card spot, and
Yeah.
we could wind up in the World Series.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about insufferable? I would, if they win the World Series, I'm going to be so insufferable.
Yeah, the American League is ass this year.
Oh, it's hot garbage.
It is not.
But I will say, I was a little grumpy that Mr. Fourth Row's team got Bregman. But now seeing what Bregman's doing, I'm not that grumpy anymore.
Nope.
It's like, well, it's kind of a straight up trade for Caleb Durbin at this point because they're both hitting about their weight. Oh no, Durbin's pretty thick. I don't think he's hitting his weight.
Bergman should have stayed. Bergman should have stayed. It's all good though.
We traded for the wrong Contreras. We made the right deal with Milwaukee, but we should have got the other Contreras instead of Durbin.
It's all right. Still got a bunch of young guys, as we typically do.
Every team makes it into the postseason thanks to Manfred. I'm waiting for the Major League Baseball interseason tournament. Every other league's got one.
Oh
now.
my god!
The NBA Cup.
The NBA
I'm waiting for like a World Series, All-Star Game World Series. You know what they could do though? You know what would be cool? Is if you took you made 4 teams and you did like the AL East and the AL or the NL East, and you just did like each, and you made teams out of those, and then you played a game that way, like the AL East, NL East All Stars, the AL Central, AL Central All Stars,
Well, didn't they have the World Baseball Classic this year?
which is
Yeah,
amazing, and it should.
that was really good. That was really good.
The
I
problem
love those
is,
international competitions.
I do too.
The hockey thing, the World Hockey Classic last year was amazing as well.
But the problem is, everyone's like, "Oh, move it to the midsummer." You don't think guys played now? You can't tell me if someone is in the midst of a playoff push, they're going to say, "Oh, Tarek Skubal, yeah, go pitch in the World Baseball Classic and hurt yourself." No, you're going to get less players if you move it. It
No,
needs to be.
it's in a
It
good
needs to
spot.
be in November. Is what it needs to be. It needs to be in November or in December, right after the season.
Well, it can't be in the States if that's the case.
It can. Florida, Southern
Yeah, they could just
California.
they could
Florida's
just
getting
have it
cold,
where
though.
they do spring. They could just do it where they do spring training.
Right. The problem is you don't have the stadium, so you're gonna have to do Miami. You're gonna have to do the Rangers Stadium because it's indoors. You can have it in the South, or you can have it in Minnesota. They have an indoor stadium.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The World Cup this year that's going on right now, dude.
It's been really good. Really
I'm not
good.
a soccer fan
Hey,
or a
did
football fan, whatever
John-
you are around the world.
so is Massachusetts now officially a part of Scotland? Is that how that works now?
I'm
The
okay
Scots
with it.
The
I'm
Scots
okay
have
with it.
adopted Massachusetts.
I'm okay with that. I heard rumors that the Patriots were going to be going over and playing football
Yeah.
next year over
Glasgow.
in Scotland.
Yep.
And apparently my family wants to fucking go. So I might be going to Scotland.
That
There
would be
you
a
go.
good time, man. That would be a
That'd
good
be
time.
great. We were just
I
talking.
want to go to the college football game in Dublin because I've seen the Dublin Stadium, and it's crazy. I want to go.
But no, this World Cup's been awesome. I'm not a soccer guy either.
Did you
but
guys get any games in Denver?
We did not. I'm very disappointed. We should have, but
I think
maybe
Foxborough's still holding. I think they're holding quarterfinals.
Yeah, we have a quarterfinals game, and then it all goes to LA, I think. Or no, MetLife is where the finals are.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, the finals are at MetLife.
Yeah, just keep them.
and USA's
have one more
got
soccer
a
game.
shot, guys. USA's got a shot too.
I mean, granted,
Yeah, but
I know they lost to Turkey, but they were also playing their
Well, yeah,
B squad.
they didn't play. They ain't playing
Messi,
their
man,
top guys.
Messi.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
something.
Sprouty feels our pain. He likes the Mets, and there's really not a team. They might be worse than the Red Sox because they have spent more money and are just as bad.
They spend more money, and they are legit like the minor league Yankees, dude. They spend so much money, and then they just don't make it. They just don't make it. Yankees are going to win the division. Don't get me wrong, but they ain't going to win the world championship.
Well, for as much as I hate the Yankees, they are talented and they actually are young now. The old Yankees were bought and paid for veterans. Like Schittler
Still
and those
buying
guys
and paying for 'em.
are
What do you mean?
not as bad as it used to be, John. Like they didn't get Soto. I thought they'd get Soto back when he was a free agent. I thought he would re-sign there. I was very
Mets got 'em,
surprised.
and look at what they are now.
The problem with the Mets is Citi Field is a hard offensive ballpark. Like it's good for pitching, but it's hard to hit in. And if you can't score runs and you can't play small ball, that's the thing. They don't play small ball.
Minnesota.
Minnesota's a tough market. Nobody wants to go to Minnesota. I think Buxton's getting traded at the deadline. I think they sell. And I think Joe Ryan's gone. I think Pablo Lopez goes. I think Buxton goes, and they start rebuilding.
Well, it's going to be interesting, guys, because there might be a salary cap coming. It looks like that's happening.
This is my big theory.
Good.
There's going to be one of two places that Mike Trout ends up. Mike Trout either ends up in Philadelphia, and ladies and gentlemen, they're going to win the World Series if they get Trout. Because you then have your first three batters are Trey Turner, Mike Trout, and Bryce Harper. Like that's gross.
Or
and they have a good staff because Zach Wheeler's getting back. Or this is my dark horse. Trout ends up in Seattle.
and
helps lead them to a World Series. You put him in that lineup to protect Cal Raleigh, and that's going to be tough because they got good pitching. And then you can have Trout DH, which is even bigger because then he doesn't get hurt.
How old is he?
He's Bryce Harper's age. He's been in the league 15 years. He's in his mid 30s.
He's got to be 30. He's got to be like 37 or something like that.
I think he's 34 this year. He'll be 34.
Now that's a loyal player right there that lived up through his entire contract.
Do you realize the first year he got there, they still had Pujols, granted he was aging, but they had Pujols, Ohtani, and Mike Trout. And the whole time they had Trout and Ohtani, they never had a winning season and never made the playoffs. How gross is that? They had two generational talents that didn't have a winning season.
You would think a team in a big market like the Angels would be able to do more, and they've been just crap.
Their ownership group is crap. It's the same problem Pittsburgh has. Pittsburgh is on the verge. Pittsburgh, if they buy, they could be real good.
Well, yeah, they got Paul Skeens. That guy is a generational pitcher.
But not only that, they got Brandon Lau, they got O'Neal Cruz Jr. I mean, Brian Reynolds, like they are loaded with young talent. They need somebody else to pitch, and they should go out and get Zach Gallen or somebody like that. I really think. Although Gallen's getting older too, and he's not what he was that World Series year.
I think the Red Sox are selling or buying.
I just told you what they're going to do. They're going to go on a winning streak. They're going to get our hopes up, and they're not going to do a fucking thing at the deadline. And then they're going to tank in August, and I'm just going to drink my way until Celtics season.
Celtics season. Bruins are looking pretty good.
Are they going to trade Jalen? Are the Celtics going to trade Jalen? We'll do AG.
There's a reason why they didn't get Giannis.
Hey,
there's a reason why, dude.
Here's my other dark horse theory. You want to put butts in seats, and you want everyone to forget about the Jaylen Brown drama.
Don't you dare say LeBron.
Jaylen Brown to Dallas for Cooper flag. Cooper come back to New England.
That's not happening, dude. They're not going to get rid of Cooper, bro. I mean, they did get rid of Lucas, so it never. For
Jaylen Brown, or for Jaylen Brown, but an established MVP.
He's not an MVP. He was in the MVP conversation for a little bit.
For a little bit? What do you mean for a little bit?
For a little bit until.
Do you know how much Celtics tickets would be if Cooper Flag was on that team? You wouldn't be able to afford to go to a Celtics game up here.
Miami literally just spent their entire roster on one guy, and they might not even make the playoffs.
They have Bam. They got Bam.
They might not even make
Bam
the
and
playoffs.
Yeah, their front court's going to be awesome, but with no backcourt.
Exactly.
Did you see where Minnesota traded for?
They traded
Ball. Didn't they get?
they got LaMelo. Yeah, they traded Naz Reid for LaMelo Ball. I'm like, that's stupid. And they traded away Julius Randle too.
Yeah, they're dumping salary for some reason. I can't figure out why.
I don't know. But it's good for the Nuggets, though.
And the draft's over. So
yeah.
I mean, the Nuggets got to worry now because an actual healthy Luka, and I don't know what Braun's doing. He needs to figure it out. You know what he should do for his final year? He should just play for each team for like a week.
Stop.
There. You know what? If we're gonna anoint LeBron,
destination that LeBron would go to. Actually, no, I'm sorry, two. There'd be two destinations where LeBron would go.
He'd go back to Cleveland, or he'd go to.
Or he's a Celtic.
Oh God, no! I think he's a Knick. I think he's a Knick before he's a Celtic.
No, he's a Celtic
or a Bull. That would, you know what? That would just be something.
You want to know what's unfortunate?
Is go play in Chicago.
LeBron, and which is probably why the Red Sox have been on the shitty end of the stick the past few years, is because LeBron has part ownership in the.
He does. He's part of the ownership group for the Red Sox, which they used to sell shirts. Oh yeah, Kyle Schwarber too. Oh my God, yeah. Could you imagine that Schwarber in that lineup if they get Trout too?
Oh,
wait, the Avs and Bruins just separate. Wait. Breaking news is Prouty.
Who did they? Yeah, who did they trade? Because the Avs have already made like 3 trades in like 4 days. The Avs traded away Val Nichushkin and for like draft pick.
Yeah, I'm doing my best Sunday Night Savior impression.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah, the Avs have already been like on a trading spree. They've been getting
The
rid of
Boston
all the players they don't want.
Bruins traded prospect forward Fabian Lysell to Colorado Avalanche in exchange
Uh,
for forward Ivan. They're straight up
oh,
one
oh,
for one
you
deal.
guys got Ivan. Man,
Yeah, we got the Ivan.
He's like he's hardly ever on the 25-man roster. Like once in a while we bring him up, so that ain't a big deal.
The Twitch is auto mod. Oh my god, they auto mods Swerber.
Orber? Wow.
My bad, fourth row. I didn't see that because it doesn't show up on this chat.
Schwaba.
That's stupid. Yeah, Bruins are going to be good. The Bruins will be in contention next year. So will the Celtics. As much as people want to talk about the Jaylen Brown situation, I don't think Jaylen Brown was even on the table, in my opinion. I think Brad Stevens was just playing chess.
So there's already insider information coming out of the trade deadline that the Philadelphia Phillies are ready to offer Justin Crawford, Gage Wood, and Dante Nori to the Angels for Mike Trout, and they're expected to accept the offer. So that means they're giving up nothing in their power already and gaining Mike Trout. The NL East is screwed. The Braves should be like, oh, well, great. Here we go. I also am a Mike Trout guy, so I put him on a higher pedestal. Him and Harper together is like my favorite thing of all time because they're two of my favorite guys.
I got no qualms with Trout. Trout,
Yeah,
again, one of the
Trout is like
guys.
is this generation's Ken Griffey Jr., man. Kind of got
he's
hurt
good.
later on in his career, was real good. Like
What
I
did
think
he
Trout,
sign? Like a 10-year contract with the Angels and went through the
Mhm.
entire thing just about?
he's got 4 years left, but yeah, he
Is it 4 years?
re-signed. He re-signed the first. He signed a 10-year deal the same year that they signed Shohei for 3. Because he was like, oh, 10 years, man. Shohei's gonna stick around after we win a couple rings, and that because
Didn't happen.
oh, and let's not forget their Anthony Rendon experiment that turned out greatly successful for them. They paid that man like 80-something million dollars, and he's played 8 games in like 5 years.
On wrestling news, just quickly before we wrap everything up here, Sami Zayn, your new WWE champion.
Mhm.
I love it. I think it's a good palate cleanser from the Cody stuff. I think you can do some interesting things. I mean, if Kevin Owens is healthy, as I talked about with these guys before we came on, that
He's
would
gotta
blow
be
the
coming back
roof off of something. I mean, you can do so many different things with the title now, and it doesn't have to be Cody. Who's Cody going to go against? Now you can give Cody a chance to have a feud with somebody that doesn't have to involve a title.
You
Or
wanna know
you could flip
Do you
him
wanna know
heel.
what I'm
That'd be
interested
cool.
in? Do you want to know what I'm interested in?
What?
I'm curious if they go down this route. The Bloodline runs the show. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, world champions.
That is an interesting prospect I didn't think about was if he goes back to the bloodline as like, look, see, I'm more successful than any of like I'm the successful. Like he could throw it in Jay's face.
Yeah. There's
There's a lot of potential there.
a lot of
for some
potential
stuff.
with Sami
Yeah.
Zayn. That's why I wanted him to win it in the first place. But I mean,
I just
a 6-month Kevin Owens feud, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn Survivor Series match. You know what I mean? I'm sure Cody Rhodes will be facing Sami at SummerSlam if I had to take a guess, because I'm assuming Oba's going after Roman at this point. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
I had a cool thought the other day, a cool 4-person group right now. I think if you flipped Cody heel, you could go Cody, you flip LA Knight heel, Cody, LA Knight, Ricky Saints, and Trick Williams. And I think that'd be a pretty cool 4-person group.
You also got to remember the CM Punk effect too.
It'd be very Horseman-esque, I think, because they'd all like have suits.
That's what
I think.
yeah.
I think, yeah.
And as much as I thought that it was ridiculous when he first got kind of introduced with Trick Williams, I actually have not mind Little Yachty has started to come across
No,
pretty
he's been
good.
doing
He
okay.
does it the right
Yeah, yeah,
way. Like,
yeah. He's actually been pretty good as kind of a manager type guy out there, and he hasn't come out with like I thought it was going to be him just kind of promoting his rap career, quote unquote rap career. No, he's actually come out. It seems like he's taking this seriously and taking his role seriously. I kind of like it. He could possibly be like the JJ Dillon of the group if that's where they go.
I was actually thinking Brandy'd be a good mouthpiece, but be a cool way to reintroduce her. But yeah, that works too. I mean, I think you just let LA Knight talk whenever he wants if Cody
Yeah.
gets sick of talking at
Well,
that point.
well, yeah. And Trick can talk. I mean, all those
Yeah.
guys are pretty good talkers. Ricky Saints is a good
Yeah.
talker. So
I mean, you're never going to have, I'm waiting for the next, and you're never going to have another NWO, but we haven't had a really good faction since I think Evolution,
He
honestly.
did in the bloodline.
yeah,
I look at the bloodline as an era of wrestling, not really a faction. It was just kind of what wrestling was at that particular time.
It was one
But
of the
yes,
best
I mean,
segments in wrestling for the longest time.
and it's still there. Now you got Solo who has nobody. Does he come crawling back?
yeah. And what's going to happen with Jacob? I mean,
He's acknowledging the OTC.
Oh man, could you imagine if they put back the Samoan SWAT team and it was Jacob Fatu with Solo Sikoa as
We
the
also
new
got to
head
remember
stringers?
Zilla's out there too.
Zilla's coming.
He's coming at some point.
Right.
But no,
Oh,
you have the bloodline running the show. Literally.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns going into
Hey,
SummerSlam.
it prints money.
Yeah. And there's so much you can do with Sammy. So much you can do with Sammy.
How long do you think he holds it? Do you think it's through? I think he wins at SummerSlam. I think if Kevin Owens is ready to come back, SummerSlam ends with Kevin Owens music hitting.
Oh, I think he's champion until Mania.
Really? I thought Rumble. I thought it was going to be a very like a run like that.
No, because what's going to happen if this turns into like the Kevin Owens return and this goes on, because I mean they didn't end on good terms, obviously. I think you have the Sammy and Owens feuding for a long time with the bloodline interfering, knowing that Sami Zayn's a part of the family.
You know what else is coming up? Crown Jewel, where you have champions versus champions. So you're going to get Sammy Roman if he's still champion.
Saudi again?
Yeah, they do it every year. That's like the fall Saudi show.
they are. When is that? Because they just did a Saudi show last night.
You know they do them quarterly. It's basically if there's not a Saturday night's main event, it's a Saudi show every other month.
That's how bad mainstream.
No, take a look at it. If you think about it, since WrestleMania, Backlash was in the States, but Clash in Paris wasn't. We've had Crown Jewel.
I love the European crowds, though.
I do too.
Crowds bring life.
I very much do.
They give a shit.
There's not a lot in
like
America other than
give two shits.
They just want.
No, they got to bring in. They got to bring in fans from other countries to come in and give it some life.
Well, it's the experience over there. I mean, because if you look at it, the stadium is beautiful. I wouldn't trust it because it was built in 10 days, but that stadium is gorgeous, and you're there for the end. Like, I think they care more about the spectacle that is the entrances, the big the people.
You can do that at Wembley, dude.
And then when the bell rings, I think that's where we lose the Saudi crowd. That's just my opinion.
You can do that in Wembley. You can do that in the fucking Tokyo Dome.
There's companies that do that. It's called AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. They do. AEW is doing Wembley here shortly, I believe.
They're probably not filling. They're probably only filling.
You know what they do though? It's the way the way they set it up.
But AEW is still not drawing nearly even close to what WWE is.
Listen, but they understand that
smaller venues.
They did. Do you know where they had a Dynamite 3 weeks ago? Portland, Maine.
Yeah, not too long from here.
They're going to be down in Colorado Springs pretty soon too.
Yeah, and they
They're
go to the
playing-
Guinness in Boston all the time.
Yeah, they're playing appropriate sized venues for what they can draw. And
Yes, and that's
that's
what they should have
perfect.
stayed with. Yeah.
But-
Wembley? No.
You said
They're-
it. I mean,
they're
they
filling
sold
maybe half that.
65,000. They did 65,000 at Wembley.
Yeah, that was when they were still selling out normal arenas.
Osprey's going to main event. That's going to sell 30,000 tickets anyways.
Is that the one that's him and Saber?
No, that's Omega Saber.
Oh, Omega Saber.
You're
Okay.
getting, you're
Well, that's what I
probably
was talking
getting,
about.
you're probably getting Osprey and MJF for the title. And MJF is the perfect dude to do it because he's gonna come out and he is gonna shit all over England, and he's gonna make Will Ospreay the whitest meat baby face you've ever seen in your life.
He's about a Death Rider, so you think they're gonna go with that?
I think I don't know.
Exactly.
It makes no sense to me because they put him on the shelf. That whole thing makes no sense to me. But again,
Well,
I don't.
we knew
book wrestling.
AEW wasn't very good with the story aspect of wrestling.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? What time did Forbidden Door start? Because that was tonight. I think that started around 7. So they're probably in match 5 right now.
Halfway through right
Yeah,
now.
they're halfway through.
Yeah.
They're halfway through 6 hours later. So I bet if you guys started now, you could watch it you'd be done by the time we wake up.
You couldn't pay me. Could not.
I'm
pay me
all
to sit
for-
through the entire goddamn thing. I did it once.
way.
I've never doing it again.
You know what? I watched the longest WrestleMania, the one, in New York that year.
Yeah.
I think, and I
28,
went,
right?
yeah, and I went to one of the first 2-night
27.
WrestleManias. I wouldn't have wanted to sit through the whole night in one night, honestly. And I know they build them longer now for 2 nights, but I also went probably to the last WrestleMania that will ever be that early in April because damn was it cold Saturday night. Dude, it was 43 degrees when they started the main event.
MJF should have went to the other side. That's just my opinion. Just imagine.
He will. He will.
I'm surprised he hasn't already, though. Yeah.
Just imagine. Not just with just the whole CM Punk thing. Can you just imagine him and Cody having a thing again?
I think if you bring
which
him in,
was probably, by the
You-
way, AEW's still best story to date is Cody and MJF.
if you ever wanted to try and recapture the Monday Night Wars, MJF coming to WWE in a similar way that Scott Hall came, you have that chance again. You have a very similar setup.
No,
honestly.
because the reason is
Cody is
it would
Hogan.
be, yeah, but AEW is WCW, not the other way around. And so if MJF goes, it would have been like it. No, it would not.
They
work.
did that.
It-
They did that in
like
1990,
if Randy Orton went
1994,
to
Lucas. It was
AEW.
called when Ric Flair
Now,
showed
yeah.
up with the big gold
Now-
belt.
Now Johnny's, I think, has got it better. Yeah, if a big name like Randy Orton, see, but we thought that was going to happen with CM Punk going over there, and that didn't happen.
I argue that it would be more. I think MJF coming to WWE would be more.
But
It would have a
WWE
bigger
doesn't help.
effect than Randy Orton going to AEW.
WWE
but no
is
one-
still way ahead. If AEW and WWE is supposedly in a war, obviously they're not, but like supposedly they were. WWE is way beyond that.
They're already like way ahead. So
You
if they
could
take their best
you could
star-
objectively say that WCW and WWE weren't in a war when that all happened. It was not close. Both companies were in awful shape. Can we remember what WWF at that time was? Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Yes,
You had-
it was
you had
character,
the
it was character
Goon.
driven. Yes.
Yeah, you had the Goon. WCW was much better, but that one event completely flipped everything.
Yeah, the Nitro at Minnesota, the
Yeah.
Mall of America.
that started.
Well,
Yeah,
that
because-
started it, but the Scott Hall thing really did it. And I'm just
Yeah.
looking at a grander scale here. If MJF showed up, then all of a sudden, Powerhouse Hobbs flips sides. Then Ricky Saints flips. Now all of a sudden, it looks like the NWO. Oh no, who's the fourth man this time? It's Cody. It
No
writes
one
itself.
cares though.
everyone would care if that's when you flip Cody heel.
Guys like me, you, Lucas, guys who went through the Attitude Era and went through the wars would understand. The generation now that's currently watching wrestling every day, every week, will not care.
They will, because it will come out of MJF's mouth, and that's what this generation loves, is MJF as a heel.
No one's saying
He
that
can
MJF
sell
is
it.
not a renegade from the old times.
He can
No,
sell it.
no one's not saying that, and I know he can, but it's a different audience now.
MJF can save sports entertainment if he wants to. I think he can.
That's a bold statement, Cotton.
I think he cuts. I think he cuts one of the. I think he is one of the best characters and cuts the best promo in 30 years.
No, he has the it factor. There's no question about it. That's not. No one's denying that. The way you're trying to put MJF in this whole situation as comparable to the Monday Night Wars when it first started, and you try to bring MJF over to WWE, it's not the same effect as if a Scott Hall and Kevin Nash showed up on a random Nitro, or Lex Luger, Mall of America showing up.
I
It's not the
argue it's
same
bigger
effect.
than that in the modern what thing with social media and everything. I think it's the most
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about thing.
If I just think it would be the exact opposite. I think it would have to be somebody big from WWE going to AEW.
We've seen that. We've seen it so many times. We saw it with Edge. We
Yeah,
saw it with Adam
yeah,
Cole.
but-
We saw it with Daniel Bryan. We saw it with CM Punk. We've seen it. And you know what was bigger than all of those? Cody showing up at Mania.
Yeah, but no one ever believed that there was any like potential, invasion thing. No one ever
But they would with
really.
MJF because of what he said.
The reason why I say Orton is because he's the 1, 2, 3, 4th most world champions in WWE history.
Well,
I
no,
believe.
he's the fourth ruthless aggression pillar. It's him, it's Cena, it's Brock, and it's Kurt Angle.
But
Those are
not
your
gonna see
4
Brock on
pillars.
AEW, and you're not going to see Angle. Even though he went to TNA and all that stuff, Angle never even entertained the thought of.
We all know that was a different Kurt Angle.
It doesn't matter though.
I'm just saying, right? But
the thing,
that's why,
actually, to be honest, AEW already did it. AEW already did it with Moxley.
Yeah,
they already did it with Moxley.
Yeah, and it didn't matter. I think MJF would matter.
So why would it matter now? If it was,
I think MJF is a different. I think it's different. I think just the way he is and the way he presents his, for lack of a better term, the way he is an asshole grabs your attention. And I can only imagine the things that they could allow him to say on Netflix.
I see MJF, if he goes to WWF, it's going to be more like when Y2J went over to WWF. That's how I see it. Like that type of a thing. Which was huge. It was big. I just don't see it being this groundbreaking thing if MJF goes. It would be cool, but I think everyone has already kind of assumed it's going to happen. So I just don't see it being that as big as it possibly could have been a couple
just
years ago.
collecting a big paycheck until he makes the switch over. Just now, credit to AEW and Tony Khan. They definitely retransformed the way big time wrestlers and performers are being paid in the industry as a whole.
Very much like Ted Turner.
Yeah. Give all the kudos in the world to Tony Khan for having a big checkbook, but I don't see them coming close to WWE, even on WWE's worst day. And at that point, there's no point in a war or a possible invasion angle between the two companies at that point. It just wouldn't draw as much as it would like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
20 years ago, I mean, I'm all for it.
If you think about it, It honestly started. The NWO started with, oh, we thought they were from WWF. But the more it got going, the more it just was standalone NWO. It didn't matter where they had come from.
But then it got stale. How do you keep
I-
that going?
Well, number one, you don't give creative control of the company to the leader of that particular group. That is the number one thing you don't do.
Which is why the Bloodline storyline is still technically going all these years later. You know,
What?
the Bloodline story?
Yeah. Why? Because it's good?
Yeah, it's always been good and it's always been refreshed. There's something new
Right.
with the Bloodline story every 2 to 3 months. NWO got stale pretty quick, and then eventually it got to a point where after the NWO and WCW thing happened, when they were actually at war,
The finger poke of doom
that's
killed
when
the
everything
NWO.
fell apart. I mean, sorry, that's when everything fell apart in terms of creative for NWO, and then the whole Mick Foley thing just escalated on top of everything.
I think the finger poke of doom didn't kill WCW. I think it killed the NWO. Because you had black and red. You could have gone somewhere with that. You could have done things with that. The finger poke of doom killed all of that. And I'm sorry, it killed the NWO.
But yeah, there was a lot of issues though that even leading up to that, like
Yeah.
them, like the screw job on the Goldberg ending Goldberg's streak way too early, like
way too early.
Because he was still red hot at that time, red hot. You know, regardless of how bad he was at wrestling, like he was red hot at that time.
Yeah.
And they could have gotten way more out of it, and they didn't. So
you don't have to be a good professional wrestler to be over.
Absolutely not.
You certainly don't, brother.
Goldberg is the perfect example, I think, of someone.
Yeah, even more so than Hulk Hogan, because if you watch,
whose
if you watch
character
Hulk
was
Hogan,
just larger than life, and was able to sell out the Georgia Dome for a Monday Nitro for a world championship match against Hulk Hogan. I mean,
yeah, but if you watch Hogan's matches in Japan against Muta and Inoki, he actually wrestles. Goldberg couldn't do that.
No.
We found that out against William Regal.
Yeah.
William Regal can make a broom look good. Well, that was fun. That was a fun 10 minutes, John.
Yeah, that 10 that turned into 40, yeah. But that's how we do it sometimes.
That's how it works sometimes. We just get on rants and people listen. Chat wasn't really involved that much, so we just kind of ranted.
Fourth row was.
Yeah. This fourth row, he likes his wrestling talk and his baseball talk.
It's been a while since we talked about mainstream too. I mean, it's been probably a good chunk of years since we had like a small segment of it. So it wasn't bad. I just figured I'd bring it up that we had a new world champion and then they just went down a rabbit hole.
Yep.
Whoops. Sorry, folks. But anyways, that is going to wrap up the show today. I think we do plan on doing the rewind. Next week's our last show, obviously. For a couple weeks. So just give you guys a heads up. I should have said this when we were doing the recharge portion, but I forgot. So we'll bring it up next week. But yeah, next week's the last one. I don't think we will be back live after that until, let's see, July the 19th, I believe.
Yep.
So, and we're going to be reviewing Milestone. So that is coming. Lucas, do we have anything live for RMP? Probably should have said this
we do have Beerstadt. Beerstadt is this Friday, guys. As I screwed up earlier on in the show, it's this Friday.
Well, at least I caught you on that. So that's
good. So good job by you. But yeah, we got Beerstadt, and that is it for this week. Because
that's it till Milestone.
Yeah, we are getting quarry already. There's a lot of work that's being put into the quarry for some pretty cool intros and staging and all kinds of cool stuff. So that work's being done.
Nice. Coastal, anything else?
Not that I can think of, but everyone start to enjoy your summer of Casanova and relax and chill. You could use this
I-
nice relax, John.
The eye roll, that eye roll. I mean, the Undertaker would have been proud of that eye roll, Johnny.
Not very chill, man. You need to get yourself a nice robe and chill out, man. Some good yacht rock. You'll be great.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever you say.
Take us out, Johnny. Take us out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. For myself, Johnny Deathdrop, Ghost Crusader, Lucas Bradwell. We'll see you guys next week. We're not going to raid out. We're going to just leave you guys here. Hopefully, the 24/7 stream will be up and running in a few minutes. If not, I think there are maybe one person on, 2 people on. I don't know. Let me look here. Radland, Gritty, Jessica Havoc, Drew Gulak's on. Interesting.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those guys are live right now. You can go check those guys out.
Rowdy, I'm in, by the way. Let's go to the Yacht Club bar. I'm in.
Where's the Yacht Club bar?
I don't know, but I want to listen to some.
I'm not aware of a yacht club bar, but maybe it's somewhere Sprouty's got a secret location or something.
Well,
I trust Sprouty.
While you guys go do that, I'll be hitting the Coors Light factory. Thank you very much, and I will be
Well, that's a good idea too.
putting my ass there from when I land until I have to be at the quarry, which I'm sure will be at some point that day. So, Lucas, you might have to be at the quarry too, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be there. I'll probably be almost living there for the next 2 weeks. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. And Coastal, I think because you're with me, you kind of have to come. And
Sounds good to me.
Joe's not there.
Yeah. If he is, it's a public place. He should handle business privately, man. We don't want to do that out in public.
Except you insult him in public, so why would he do it privately?
I offer my opinion of his actions on this show. If that's insulting to him, maybe he should reflect on his actions.
Remember, Marcio. Remember, if you're watching this right now, this is what he sent.
It's yeah. Never mind.
Just saying.
What the kids that the school saw before he beat them up.
We didn't do that with Damon Ace. Just saying. And
Or Johnny Casanova, or Caden Koyama, or Dustin.
Because they don't act. They don't throw temper tantrums.
Lucas, I'm not even gonna mention the last couple weeks. Not even gonna mention the last couple weeks of one Damon Ace threatening to, bust out Tori and throwing chairs and literally having a screaming fest at Dustin and Briscoe. But that's okay.
Yeah. Just because he gets challenged.
He was speaking assertively.
He wasn't even talking to Damon, to be honest, Lucas. He was literally talking to Dustin.
He actually was talking to him. He said, "See, this guy knows," and he pointed at him. So he was talking to him.
Not necessarily.
He pointed at him, John.
I point at you.
Yeah, and you're talking to me.
I'm pointing at Lucas.
And you're talking to Lucas. He pointed at Damon. Therefore, he was talking to Damon.
All right. Yeah, potato. Yeah.
Potato. All right, boys and girls, I should say. We will see you guys next week. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you on the next one.